What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? And welcome back to TDPHINSTALK. Thank you so much for waking up with TD. We are live this morning, Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, June the 2nd. What's going on, y'all? Y'all know the rules. We're here right now to wake up, start our day, start it off the right way, man. I'm excited. I'm glad. This is the second episode of Waking Up with TD. We have brought it back, ladies and gentlemen. The first episode was yesterday. Go check it out. It was a heavy episode, but I want y'all to go check it out because we got some work to do. But we're here. It's time to get to some Miami Dolphins football. Having a great conversation this morning. Man, I'm excited, y'all. But TD just woke up. Oh. About 45 minutes ago, at least. Brush my teeth. Brush my hair a little bit. Had to come set up a little bit because I've been out of the studio office for a while. And I want to apologize to everybody because we didn't have Finsanity Monday last night. But I told y'all that was a possibility. Because TD's got a little excited last night. If anybody who's been with me for quite a while, you know that I co-parent. And I have all the babies home. So we're a full house of 7 right now. All 5 of the kids. Me and the wife. And we just had a long night. I think everybody went to sleep around 1 a.m. And then I don't know who that was last night. I forgot already. I hopped on Madden. I played one game, fell asleep around 2:30. But we right back at it. We got to get up and we got to grind. So I hope y'all having a great morning. I hope you're up, you're brushing your teeth, you're brushing your hair, you're combing your hair, whatever your hair length is, or you ain't got no hair at all and you're just making sure that you all good. It's time to start our day, baby. What's up, Breeder G? That's the homie, man. That's my brother from another mother, but more like a brother from the same mother, but it's still from another mother. Yeah, TD in the morning is back, ladies and gentlemen. I talk my talk. I just wake up with y'all. I vibe. I have a good time. I hope y'all enjoy it, man. I really do, man. G-Firm, I see you. I see you, Miami Miracle. G-Firm said, would they do my brother? What they do, my brother? How are you feeling this morning? G-Firm, I'm great, man. I want to be asking you the same question. How are you doing this morning? Miami Miracle, how are you doing this morning? Coast Filago, how are you doing this morning? Martin Gonzalez, how are you doing this morning? That's what I want to know. Because it's about y'all, man. It's about how y'all doing. Scandala, how you doing, man? Anyway, we're going to get into what we're here for, to wake everybody up and talk about some Miami Dolphins football. And Teddy was thinking yesterday, okay, what should we talk about tomorrow? Because I want to make sure it's a good day. And I got to thinking, man. Shout out to Vic, the homie. He said he's driving to work with TD. That's what this is about. Start your day going to the office or wherever you're going to work at, and you're having a great day, and you get to vibe out in the morning and listen to some great music. I wonder, can y'all hear the music well? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Can y'all hear that music well? I just want to know if I'm going to have to get me an extra speaker to make sure that it's even louder. Let me know if you can hear it low and it's nice. That's that motivation key. Y'all got to check it out by the homie, DJ McConaughey. Woo! Good morning, TD. Y'all hit that like button. Yeah. Feel like I'm about to get a massage. That's what it's about. It's Tuesday morning. We're going to start our day off right. We're living in a life of comfort. Regardless of everything going on, and how rough things could be, we just got to remind ourselves we only get one of these things called life. So why not live it in a state of comfort? Easier said than done, especially with everything going on. But at the same token, it shouldn't stop you from trying. And I'm going to bring that to y'all. So get ready for your massage, baby. Oh, man. But I wanted to talk to y'all this morning about the Miami Dolphins because I listened to Brian Flores and Chris Greer's press conference about the draft. And I didn't know that there was almost like a 40-minute video of that conference. I saw clips of the conference. And when I heard the actual entire video, it just had me motivated. But also outside of motivation, you know, TD is always positive about everything when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. It made me slow down just a little after listening to Brian Flores and listening to what he had to say. It really made me realize, you know, it's kind of what Ball Game continues to keep on saying. He kept on saying, yeah, TD, but 8 wins would be an accomplishment. Because this team got to gel. It's hard, X, Y, and Z. Now, don't get me wrong. I still think we're going to the playoffs, baby. We getting them 10, 11 wins. But you know how TD, I was saying 13-3. We still might do it, baby. We still might do it. But Flores gave me some good perspective, man. I just heard it in his voice from a man who knows defense, just like Ball Game's been saying. He was just talking about how hard it is, and we have so much work to do. There's guys who the dime package guys have to learn how to play with each other. The nickel package guys have to learn how to play with each other. The 21 man, the 21 has to learn how to play with each other. He just kept talking about the different groups, and we're going to learn more about that as we go on Thursday Night Details with Dwayne Wood, y'all. We're going to learn more about that. But he was just saying we have so much work to do. We got a long way to go. I was like, gosh, Flores, don't make it that long. But regardless of him saying that we have a long way to go, which we do, and it could be a building process, I have to be honest with y'all, man. This is where the accountability starts for Brian Flores. No, I'm not asking Flores to go out there and win a Super Bowl this year, even though I think he will. No, I'm not asking him to rattle off 13, 12 wins, even though I think he will. But what we need to see on the field this year is unsloppy competition. What we cannot see this year is the first 6 games looking like last year's first 6 games. We can't let teams like Seattle come into our building and drop 60 points on us like Baltimore did. We cannot allow teams like the Patriots or Buffalo in the first few games beat us by more than 30 points like the Patriots did. That's what's going to be important for Brian Flores. I still think we're going to start this season and shock the world and go 4-0. But if in the event that we were to actually lose games, this year I truly believe that Brian Flores has to be able to show us that we're competing in those games. Game 1 against the Patriots. They're going to have a new quarterback. They've lost a lot of quality veterans coming right off of their rookie contract. They are very well coached, but they're not the same team as last year. And we can't have a showing like we had last year of a team putting up those kind of points. We got to be able to show that we can compete, we can have a tight game, and we can have an opportunity to win in the fourth quarter. That's Brian Flores' responsibility now. And we have to put the onus on him. This is where we start to evaluate his coaching ability on the next level. We were impressed last year by what we saw. I was impressed last year by what we saw. He made me realize that he can be a very good coach in this league, but we also cannot fall for the okie doke and think that one season winning 5 games, although impressive with the talent he had on that roster, we can't let that write his next 10 years. This is a year of accountability for even Brian Flores. And I'm not saying that to, Brian Flores, you either get it done or you're not the guy. They're saying he's still a young coach in regards to being a head coach. There's still going to be some growing pains. But at the same token, we have to be able to compete in every single game we play this year. There cannot be a situation of a tale of 2 parts of the season like last year, first half versus second half. And we also cannot use the excuse of, we were getting blown out early because those guys had to gel. No, the talent we have on this roster should not get blown out in any single game that we have this season. I'm not saying we shouldn't lose any game, but we shouldn't be blown out or embarrassed at all. At all. Shout out to Big Time, who said, I like Flores a lot. He reminds me of Mike Tomlin, hard-nosed, let's get to it type of attitude. This is why I feel confident in him. Appreciate you sharing, Big Time. Man, y'all don't even realize how much I love Brian Flores as our head coach. But so many coaches of the past have come in the first season and made us proud, and we thought that they were the man. You got to be able to prove it to the fans over and over and over again. This year, we demand competition. We demand being competitive in every single game. So I trust in Flores, Josh Hart. I do trust in Flores. And we're going to all trust in Flores, but we got to make sure we keep our eyes open, making sure that we're getting the most that we can out of our coaching staff. Now, when I heard this interview, there was a lot of revelatory things. Ooh, there's some good coffee in the morning. I don't even drink coffee, but I had the Keurig. I cranked the Keurig up this morning, y'all. Good stuff. There were some really good revelatory things that I learned in that press conference. Number 1, Robert Hunt. There's a lot of questions about, is he going to play guard? Is he going to play right tackle? Interesting question. Is he going to play guard or is he going to play right tackle? What I do know is that our coaching staff feels that this kid is athletic. He's going to be able to come in and compete for a starting job. And I feel like he's going to win the starting job as a rookie at right tackle. At right tackle. At right tackle. So y'all look out for that. You can mark my words. This kid is probably going to start this season and at right tackle and be a really good player in this league. So I wanted to get that out there because a lot of people have even been asking me about that. Now, y'all know it ain't a morning if TD don't bring a little bit of controversy to the table. A little controversy. People are going to be like, oh, TD, you stirring stuff up. Here you go again with this mess. But I heard the interview as well. And it was really interesting to me. It was really interesting about the quarterback situation because it made me realize how hard we actually tried to go after Joe Burrow. All the rumors and stuff, I think it's been proven at this point. It was all true, y'all. The reporters asked the question just like this. There's been a lot of rumors that you all were trying to go up and grab Joe Burrow because he was your number one option at the quarterback position. And is that even true? Is that even true at all? And if so, what was that process like? And it was a two-part question. And then they said, and being that didn't work out, if it was true, what was your thought process of selecting Tua Tagovailoa over Justin Herbert? And the answer that they gave, it actually shocked me. I think it was confirmed that, yeah, Miami Dolphins made a call to inquire about Joe Burrow, just like any team would. That's just normal practice. But when I heard the tone of their voice and what they said, Greer jumped right on the question. Greer started his response with, yeah, yeah, we made our phone calls. You know, we tried to see if we can get it done. And we tried to see if they would take our offer. I didn't know he was going to be that transparent. I thought it was going to be a response of, we made a few phone calls just to test the waters. But he made it clear. We gave them an offer. We wanted to see if they'd take our offer. We did our due diligence and we tried best we could. And we couldn't get it done. And the decision between Tua and Herbert, they're both good kids, but we felt great about selecting Tua over Herbert. And it made me wonder to myself, how does it feel to get the second best guy, the second best option that was on your board? How much accountability do you hold a coaching staff to when that happens? And I'm going to ask y'all that because here's what I'm curious about. If you know that there's a specific guy you want in Joe Burrow and that's the guy you want to be your quarterback, the only issue is the team that wants to select him is at number one and they don't want to give him up, but you make a good offer and you can't get your guy. How does that make you feel to get the second best guy? Do you look at that as a W or an L? Let me tell you what I think about it. I feel like it's a W anyway because Tua Tagovailoa, a lot of people said if he was healthy, he was the best quarterback in this draft anyway. So you still have an elite talent that could have went number one overall. But what I do want to say is, I think that it's unfair when people say that he was the best quarterback in this draft. Let me, and why would you say that, TD? Because truth is, if Tua Tagovailoa never got hurt, Joe Burrow probably would have still been the number one quarterback in this draft. And I know people would argue that. But I will argue back with those same individuals and say, why wouldn't he still be the best quarterback in this draft? Did Joe Burrow not win the head-to-head matchup? Would Joe Burrow have not still won a national championship? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The LSU Tigers were a better team than Alabama, even with Tua Tagovailoa last year. As a matter of fact, to be completely honest with you, Joe Burrow's stock would have probably been higher had Tua Tagovailoa not got injured, because Tua probably would have been in the playoffs, and Joe Burrow and his team would have still won a national championship. He was the best quarterback in this draft. Everybody says, like Wetson's telling me right now, Joe Burrow did it for one season. Ladies and gentlemen, it was his senior season. That's what you want for your quarterback, to get better and better and better. For some reason, people are making it seem like Tua Tagovailoa came in and did it for 4 seasons. Makes no sense to me. Wetson said, better team doesn't make the QB better, a better player. Why do people ignore the success that Joe Burrow had last year? We say it didn't make the QB better. Joe Burrow played nearly flawless last year. Nearly flawless. There wasn't a single part of his game that showed flaws last year. Protected the ball. Had great accuracy. Completion percentage. Commanding the offense. Calling plays at the line of scrimmage. Audibling at the line of scrimmage. Audibling at the line of scrimmage, ladies and gentlemen. That was the biggest growth in Joe Burrow's game last year, is taking control of the offense. I've never seen that from the quarterback that we got. And that's an area that I hope that he grows in Miami under Chan Gailey's offense. Is taking control of the offense and getting guys out of bad plays into good ones at the line of scrimmage. Joe Burrow played like an elite NFL quarterback his last year in college. There's no denying that. Now, I really hope that Tua Tagovailoa has a better NFL career, because you know what that means for us. You know what that means for us. Breeder G said, I need you to put some respect on the hogs that were in front of Burrow. Oh, I agree. He definitely had the hogs. See, this is what I've always said about elite quarterbacks. That's why I don't give them so much merit. I don't give them so much merit because of what they play around. But you know what? In Joe Burrow's entire career, he didn't have all those hogs his entire career. That team got better and better, bro. Shout out to Quint Riddle, said Tua did it for a half. Don't do Tua like that. Shane Lesperant said Tua sat most fourth quarters and stats were close. You have to look at it like this. Tua sat most fourth quarters and stats were close. My conversation right here aren't about putting up the numbers as far as quantity. It's about percentages. See, I don't care that one guy had 4,500 yards and the other had 5,000, because that's a flow of the offense. And what do you mean by that, TD? Joe Burrow got his team in and out of great plays. I'm supposed to throw right here. You know what? Based off of the defense, I'm going to hand this ball off. They didn't do that in Alabama. Alabama has always been known for a running team to set up the pass on occasions. With Tua Tagovailoa, they are a passing team. Joe Burrow brought balance to LSU. He brought balance to LSU with his leadership at the line of scrimmage. That's the difference, in my opinion. It's night and day last season, y'all. We all have to be honest about that. Joe Burrow had a one of the best years for a college football quarterback that one can have when you look at the way he played. I'm not talking about just pure stats. Now, I'm not taking away from any quarterback because they're both good. But what I saw from Joe Burrow last year, that's what you call a complete game ready for the NFL. What I saw from our quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, his entire college career has been spectacular. That came with the few flaws, but the element that was missing, because he really didn't have to, is the audibles, the checkdowns, all those type of things, the being able to change the play at the line of scrimmage. And maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section right now. TD, even though you watched about eight of Alabama games last year, you just don't know what you're talking about. This guy always audibles at the line of scrimmage and gets into the right play. Maybe I'm wrong. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen him commanding the offense, switching the play at the line of scrimmage? Because I have never seen it. Never. So that's why I asked y'all, because maybe TD wrong, and I'm humble enough to say, oh, my bad, y'all. I need to go do a little bit more homework. Finsanity said LSU played different opponents than Bama. Let's be honest. Bama rarely played tough competition outside of the conference like LSU played Texas, Bama played Duke. Finsanity, I'm all for that. But guess what? This conversation, it ain't even about the overall schedule of who they played. It would be about that if LSU lost in the playoffs and they lost to Alabama. But you know what? When they did play Alabama, they dominated. When they played some of the best teams in college football in the playoffs, they dominated. Like, if you watch those games, y'all, they were playing the best teams in college football. This was a playoff. In the way that the brackets went, nobody had a cakewalk. All four of those teams were tough. And they dominated. And before the playoffs, they played Alabama. So regardless of the rest of the schedule, you know what the great equalizer always is? Well, if you think our schedule is easier than yours, guess what? We play each other. It could be settled right then and there. So yeah, if we had an easier schedule, none of that matters because we play each other. So prove to us we play weak teams. That's what LSU said. Prove to us we play weak teams by beating us and showing us that when you play tough teams, you ain't the same. But that ain't the case. They dominated. CB83 said audibles are a system thing. Coaches determine what you do offensively. I have no doubt that Tua is smart enough to get us in the right plays. And you're right, but you know what? Guess what? We're guessing. We're hoping he's smart enough to get us into the right plays. You see how that works? One of them has proven it in college and showed you he can because the coaches gave him that freedom. The other one, the team was so good that almost every play they called would work anyway. So we don't know. That was always my thing about drafting Tua Tagovailoa. There's so many unknowns. It's not his fault, but there's so many unknowns for the given fact that the team was so good and everything around him was so good that it was automatic. Everything was going to work. It was automatic. So you never got to see him in those tested, tried, and true situations. And when you did, the rare occasions that you did, It didn't look good. In the biggest games of his career, it didn't look good. National championship Clemson, it didn't look good. Head-to-head matchup with Joe Burrow, it didn't look good. So in the rare situations where you saw real tests, it just didn't look good. But let me be fair. TD, you can't just point out 2 games. Okay. I'm not just going to point out 2 games, 2 of the toughest games of his career where, it didn't look good. Yeah, TD, you can't point out just the 2 toughest games he had. You got to point out all the games. You see how he balled out? You're right. He did. You know, all those games he balled out should definitely trump the 2 tests that he had, and it was, it wasn't so great. So I get it. Now this kid is coming into the NFL. Every week should be a test. This league is good. Now he gets to rewrite his future. I mean, well, he don't rewrite his future. His future is going to be what it is, but he gets to determine what his future is going to be. He's going to get to determine every tough game he plays, how he performs. And now I always look at the NFL as the great equalizer. It always shows you what the player really is. It always shows you what the player really is. And now he's in the NFL and he has this opportunity to show us he's one of the greater quarterbacks in this league or the greatest. The time has come for him to have the opportunity to show that even in a tough situation, I can ball out and lead my team to victory. And there's a part of me that really does feel like he can. But then it's that part of me that everybody calls a hater that wonders, what if he can't? But at the end of the day, he's a Miami Dolphin, and I'm going to believe that he can because that's my optimism. That's my optimism. Now, TD, why you always bringing this up about Tua, man? Why you always got to point this out about Tua? Because I love my team. And I want to make sure that I hold my team accountable for making the right decisions. So when he goes out there and he balls out and proves himself, y'all, what I was concerned about, I didn't need to be concerned about it. He balled out and showed us. But we also have to sit here and stop acting like the latter isn't a possibility. Because if he comes out and disappoints us, what do we say then? If we get disappointed, what do we say then? What do we say then? Because that's the biggest question. Are we going to have another John Beck? Oh, my gosh. Look at Reggie Jordan in the comment section. He said, make a highlight reel of Burrow with 0 plays from last year. Then make a highlight reel of Tua with 0 plays from last year. It's going to be sad. It is. It is going to be sad. It's going to be really sad. But why does everybody have to remove something for it to be the great equalizer? like why do people have to do that, Reggie? It's like that's like those same people that say, Yeah, he had 120 rushing yards, but if you remove that 70-yard run he only had 50 yards. It's a part of the game. It's a part of his career last year. Those same individuals. I don't care that he went off for 120. He had a 70-yard run. That's a beautiful thing. Why would we take that out? Why would we take that out to compare? My running back had 88 yards. Yours only had 120 because he had a 60, 70-yard run. Mine didn't have mine, his longest run was 10. He just kept getting 6 and 7 at a time, and he ended up with 88. I like that better. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing now? I'd rather have the 88-yard guy. I don't want the guy who gets a home run and then a few other little good runs. Is that what we're doing? Like, come on, bro. Come on, Reggie. Stop that mess, man. That's what you have to realize in this game. You can't take out anything. It's all an entire picture. But that is interesting, and it's very revealing that you want to take out the last year to make it the great equalizer. Because when is somebody going to actually sit here and talk to me about the big games? Like, nobody wants to talk about Clemson national championship. How was that performance? Nobody wants to talk about the head-to-head, the two best quarterbacks in college football. Who's better? Let's go at it. Nobody want to talk about that game? The big games, the most anticipated games? Nobody? Why do we ignore those games? Why? And why do we want to ignore that those games were the worst games of his career? See, somebody said he did pretty good in those games. Pretty good. The worst games of his career. It's the same way I look at Patrick Mahomes last year in his Super Bowl game. That wasn't a good game by Patrick Mahomes, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't it 2 interceptions? Two interceptions. Bailed out by the running back at the end. What's up, Don Shula? I see you in the comment section. To the real Don Shula, rest in peace. In that case, suck Trevor Lawrence. He lost his second championship. Look at the competition he played and look at how he did in the season overall. Gauge it. If Trevor Lawrence didn't look good in those games, that's a decline. I mean, Trevor Lawrence did decline if you really think about it. In the biggest games, he didn't play as well. He jumped out on the scene versus Alabama in the first one, murdered them. And then he lost and got murdered, in other words. May said, TDPHINSTALK, because these Dolphin fans are blinded by the Tua hype machine and the poor baby gets hurt. We'll hear crickets. Ha, ha, ha. He. Facts. I got to push back on that, Mace. I get your point about the Tua fans being blinded. I get that point. But that doesn't mean that we are going to prove those individuals wrong, bro. I think you're looking at that in a little divisive, wanting to see the kid fail away. I'm just pointing out my concerns. That don't mean those concerns are going to come true. And think about it. We don't want to be right in this situation. We don't want our concerns to come true in this situation, bro. Do you know what that means for our team if that comes true? So I don't want people to get mistaken. I don't care about being labeled a hater. I don't care about that. I'm just going to tell it how it is. I'm pointing out my concerns. And if my concerns come true, trust me, you all will see me say, this was what I was concerned about. I'm being a realist, and y'all said I was being a hater. But for me to want to be right and to want to prove them wrong, I'm not going to sit here and be like, y'all will see. He's going to be trash in the NFL. Y'all will see. That ain't what I'm doing, bro. I can't stand for that because that's bad for our team. That means we're set back another couple of years. That means we've wasted the addition of Ogba. We've wasted the addition of Van Noy. We've wasted the addition of Karras, Flores. We've wasted the addition of several players on this team. And we got to go back to the drawing board and bring in quality players just like them and figure it out again. And that's what I don't want. So I don't care about being labeled a hater. I know what I am. I'm a realist talking about the things I'm concerned about. But since it's concerns about our quarterback, oh, you're a hater because you never wanted the guy in the first place. Only because I had concerns. Only because I didn't want him at 5. Been on record saying I'd take him at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 if I could. But there were other players at 5 that I would have taken. So I don't mind the hater title. Those are just individuals wanting me to be the hater. And the sad part about that are the people who say, no, TD, keep the same energy. Want him to lose. We don't want you getting on the Tua bandwagon. Wow. Saying that if you somebody told me that the other day. They said if you start being on Tua's side, we need you to be against Tua because it'll bring us better luck. So we drafted a guy where me being against him will determine his success. Stop that crazy talk. FM said, why hate the man so much? You would think Tua was a criminal or a bad guy. Don't understand why folks constantly hate on him for. It's like, what the F, man? He's on our team now, shaking my head. Well, FM, I don't know if you're talking about Mace or me, but if you're talking about me, your interpretation of hate is what has to be cleared up. And you may not be talking to me, but anybody who feels that way about me, your interpretation of hate needs to be cleared up. It needs to be cleared up. The interpretation of hate needs to be cleared up because some of us categorize hate as if we have anything constructive to say about somebody we like, we call it hate. That's not hate. That's a concern. It's a concern. A straight up concern. I wonder if it was our 7th round pick and I said, well, this kid needs some work in this area. Would I be hating then? People would be like, no, it's a 7th round pick, you know. I don't think you're hating, but since I have criticism about one specific guy that we all love, it's hate. 410 Chris, breaking news, Tua tears ACL going to getting his sippy. Y'all stop that mess. Tua is a warrior, Samoan power, homie. Injuries happen in the NFL, not just for Tua, but everyone. But he will be out there doing his best for the Phins. Believe that. I have no doubt. Everything you said, a fact. There's no doubt. No doubt in that. No doubt whatsoever. CB83. People hate on Tua like they hate on LeBron James. Guys with proven leadership abilities. Let me read the rest of that. Leadership ability and great off the field court standing. Catch all the flake. Shaking my head. He was only one of the best QBs every week. LOL. Yeah, he was. You know, I agree with that. But him being one of the best QBs every week, there's been a lot of first round top quarterbacks that's come into this league that was the best QB every week. Does that mean that if you were the best QB every week in college, that you're off limits? No one can talk about the concerns they have in your game? That's what I'm curious about. Like, if we want to have a real conversation, I want y'all to put in the comment section right now. Does Tua have no flaws? Let me know in the comment section. Does Tua have no flaws? Yes or no? Does he have flaws? Put yes for yes, he has flaws. No for no, he has flaws. No, he doesn't have flaws. Put it in the comment section. Does the man have flaws in his game? In his game. Looks like everybody's saying yes. If somebody points out those flaws and say it's a concern for them, why do we label it hate? Why do we label it hating on them? I agree. No player is perfect. We're all human. Imagine Flores and the QB coach coming in this year saying, it's Tua Tagovailoa. You know, we can fix this about him and fix that about him and make him a better player, but it's Tua, so don't say nothing and just let him be him. Don't say, hey, kid, this is what you need to improve on. This is what I'm concerned about with you on the next level, and we need to work on these things so that you can be the best pro possible. What if the coaches took that approach? Because they didn't want to be labeled a hater. Reggie said, TD wants Tua to be great as much as the rest of us. He's just being skeptical. That's somewhat fair. That's fair, Reggie. That's what people don't realize. I do want this kid to be great, but how could you be great if you don't point out the things that he needs to improve so that you can actually see it on the field? Like, let me tell y'all something. In the NFL, here's what I'm scared that I'm going to see from Tua on a regular basis. I'm going to see that ball snapped, Tua's back to pass, he lets it rip down the field, on the sideline, 50 yards down the field, intercepted. That's what I'm worried about. And I'm not talking about by the safety, because he looks all safeties, right? That's what everybody argue with me about. He looks all safeties, but he tosses that ball and it's intercepted by the corner. That's what I'm worried about. TD, why would you be worried about that? He's money with that. He's blah, blah, blah. Because one thing I'll tell you about Devontae Parker and Preston Williams on the outside, truth be told, they don't get separation. They go up and get it. Think about Devontae Parker's great second half of the season last year. Devontae Parker wasn't getting crazy separation on corners. They threw it up. He was one-on-one, close catches. That's why Devontae Parker was number one in the NFL with close receptions, where the defender was in the vicinity of him, which is an amazing stat, y'all. That's beautiful for Devontae Parker. But we've watched a guy in college his entire career throw a beautiful ball to his wide receivers with the defender not even close. And then when I watch those plays, I'm watching wide receivers even at times have to slow down and wait for the ball. They're running full speed, and then they're at the end of the play, it comes to a trot because they're waiting on the ball. But I've also seen some beauties dropped in on the dime, like whoa, in stride, on the run, dropped in perfectly. I've seen some of those too. I'm not ignoring that. But when the window gets tighter, I'm concerned because I've seen some, like, people ignore TD. He only had 5 interceptions and blah, blah, blah. You're nitpicking. So we're not allowed to go look at those 5 interceptions and figure out how he can get better and avoid those 2. Yeah, no quarterback's going to be perfect. Yeah, no quarterback's going to have 0 interceptions. But are we not allowed to look at the interceptions and look at the characteristics that allow them to happen and say, ooh, because truth be told, if Tua was polished the way that I'd love him to be, he might have had 1 interception in college and he would have been like literally. I think this kid has the potential to be one of the greatest of all time. Because imagine him going through college throwing 1 interception. Because if you look at the ones he threw them with total disregard for the defense. It wasn't, oh, that was a bad throw by Tua. Everybody makes mistakes. Oh, that was a bad throw. Oh, okay, people have those at times. That ain't what it was. That ain't what it was. Oh, the defender made an amazing play on that ball. That ain't what it was either. If you look at the few picks he has, they were just straight up, why did you even throw that? And let me tell you why he threw it anyway. Because he was in a system where it was automatic. I'm supposed to throw it there. Every time I throw it there, my receivers are always automatically wide open. It's like money. I ain't gotta care about the defense. On this play, I'm supposed to hit the hot route coming across the middle of the field. I'm supposed to throw it right there. Throw it there. Yep, he wide open. He got it. Look, he taking off down the field. Yeah. It was so automatic in Alabama. So when he played the best competition teams, that automatic didn't look so good. That's my issue. That was my issue. You're proving our point, TD. Tua throws with great anticipation. Oh, my gosh. Our wide receivers are going to thrive in a system where a QB can put the ball on the money in stride. No. CB83. You're literally missing the whole point of what I'm saying. You're saying that he grows with great anticipation. Do you know what anticipation is? In the NFL, anticipation doesn't work on the same level as college. Anticipation is always good. I anticipate that my player will be there, but how can you anticipate that the defender ain't? That's my whole point. That's my issue. He's not anticipating whether the defender will be there or not. He's only anticipating whether the offensive player will be there. In the NFL, you have to anticipate both. In other words, in a lot of cases, to me in college, Tua's out there playing offense without a secondary, against no secondary. That's like his approach. That's what it looks like his game is. Playing offense without a secondary. Now, that's also a compliment. He plays so free, he ain't even worried about the secondary. But a lot of that has to do with the wide receivers because of the work that they were putting in. We talk about, didn't 3 wide receivers go in the first round from Alabama? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? He's out there playing against no corners. My guy should be here at this time. And when he's there, he should have already put his work in on that corner to get 8 feet separation. And I'm going to toss that ball anyway. But then when he went up against the best competition in college football that his receivers couldn't do that to, they could still win battles, but it ain't 8 foot separation. It might be 1 foot separation. When he went up against the greatest competition in football, it wasn't Tua's ability that hurt him. It was the situation he was in that hurt him. Things were automatic. His anticipation of the offensive player didn't matter when you're not anticipating the defensive player. Anticipation is not just for your offensive player, but it has to be for the defender as well. Go look at the 5 interceptions. And when you look at them, you can't explain them by saying, oh, that was a bad throw. Oh, that defender made a heck of a play. That's my issue. That's what you want to be able to say about interceptions. Oh, he let one get away from him. He sailed it too high. Bad throw. Oh, he threw that a little bit behind. Bad throw. That's what you want to say about an interception. But what you don't want to say about an interception is, why did he even throw that? That guy never even showed any separation. And he's not even a leaper like that against this corner. That's all I'm saying. So go back today. I don't know if they have the individual Tua Tagovailoa interceptions. Just go look it up today. And I want you to really look at the play and evaluate it for yourself and ask yourself, why did he even throw those? And that's all I'm concerned about, because the NFL, the secondaries are getting better and better and better because teams know they need great secondaries to win. You just can't just throw the ball thinking you're going to know where an individual's going to be in the NFL. Defenses are a lot better. So I'm not saying this to say, watch, you're going to throw a lot of picks. Because I'm sure that this coaching staff see exactly what I see, and they're working on that now. They're helping him process defenses. And hopefully that leads some of y'all to say, told you, TD, he don't have that issue. He had it in college. He just improved it. And thank God he did. I'm happy he did. That's what it's going to be about. He has to make sure that he improves in that area. I understand it's y'all quarterback. Y'all don't want to talk about any flaws. We want to make excuses for his flaws. I understand that. But if you really want this kid to be the best thing in college football, go back and watch the film and tell me that those things aren't a concern to you so that we can watch out for it. Because if he comes into this league and he starts throwing picks like that, I don't want to hear that, well, he's a rookie, TD. You know, rookies usually throw picks and things like that. He just needs to settle down and get in. No, let's talk real football. If that happens and he comes in doing that stuff, come on, man. Come on. Come on, y'all. 418 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception against LSU, and team you said was the best, TD, and that was the one leg, TD. Go look at the stats and when he got all those numbers, bro. Go look at how in the trash part of the game he picked up more than half of those numbers in one quarter. And go look at the sacks he took. Go look at the fumble he had in the biggest game. And then when you're doing that, look at that one interception and tell me, why did he even throw that? And just like the beginning of this conversation, you tell me where last year Joe Burrow showed any of those characteristics. So go look at that same 418-yard, 4 touchdown, 1 interception game, and go look at his flaws in that game, and you show me where Joe Burrow showed even 1% of that. 1% of that. 1% of that. TD, every QB will take a bit of time to settle in. Like Russell Wilson, y'all stop with that ridiculousness. We always throw out these mainstream media terms. Every quarterback, that's media. That's what they tell you. Because a lot of quarterbacks, they don't do very well. Now, there are some quarterbacks that got to learn how to become great and they got to take time. But this is Tua Tagovailoa. Think about what y'all said. I was told in day one he going to come in and ball out. He's not going to need that time to get acclimated to the NFL. He that's the talent he is. That's what I was told. And I hope that's the case. Because if that's the case, we go into the playoffs and we might make a deep run this year. TD Peyton threw 20 interceptions his first season. How he turned out. I agree, Adrian. So in Peyton's first season, I would have been criticizing him just like I criticized Tua. See, y'all getting this all mixed up. So if Peyton Manning was in front of me right now, I'll be talking about, look at Peyton Manning's flaws his rookie year. Look at the issues he has. He needs to fix those. And guess what? He fixed them. That shouldn't stop us from talking. Like if Peyton Manning was in his rookie year, it shouldn't stop me from saying, here are Peyton Manning's flaws, and I think he needs to work on those and fix them. And then he plays his rookie years and throw 20 picks. See, that's what I was worried about, y'all. He needs to fix them, and he needs to do it this way. And then when he goes and fix them, I'm like, look at him now. He's fixed this, y'all. And now look at the quarterback he is. You're making my point with the Peyton Manning thing. That's my point. Y'all, see, some of y'all want me to hate Tua forever. Y'all want me to point out what's wrong with him. And then when he fixes them, you want me to point something else out. I think some of y'all actually want me to hate on him forever and be the opposition. Why is that, y'all? Why do y'all want me to actually be the opposition to him? Because if Tua comes in this league and fix the things I have a concern with, some of y'all are the same. I know what it is. Some of y'all live to prove me wrong. So let me be clear here. If Tua comes in and he starts throwing a lot of picks, and then year 2, he makes all pro first team and goes to the Super Bowl and win it, some of y'all can't wait to say, I told you so, TD. Newsflash, you're not telling me so. He fixed his issues and we're all happy about it. Some of y'all want the division of what I'm saying right here. Like some of y'all are living for that. Get it in your head. I'm not against Tua Tagovailoa. I'm pointing out how he could be better so that we can get him better. So that we can watch his growth and appreciate his growth. If I had these same sentiments about Peyton Manning coming in, year 1, he would prove it with 20 picks. And then when he got better, you'll be able to appreciate the growth. And we were able to call it out what he needed to grow in. And then we were able to see him grow in that area. We just think that our quarterback is supposed to come in flawless, and even if he got flaws, don't say nothing. Let's just hope that it doesn't show and he's the greatest. Like, come on, are we really talking football, or we're having a love fest here? Are we talking about Miami Dolphin football? Are we talking about wanting our team to be great, or are we just having a love fest for an individual, and I'm the line between that? And you want to be able to prove me wrong that you're wrong, TD. Told you he's the greatest. If Tua comes out his rookie year and throws 0 interceptions, you're not proving me wrong. In my mind, wow, he fixed the flaws that I saw he had. He's great. You missed that. You're missing it. Let's stop thinking everything I have to say has to be proved wrong. And sit back and want this team to be great. Because if I'm a sit here, Mike Gesicki need to learn how to be the best blocker he can. That's his issue. We need you to be a 3-down tight end who could do it all. We need you to be able to block like Jason Witten in his prime. We need you to be able to block like some of the great tight ends in this league. And we need you to be able to catch the ball and be reliable. Gesicki, you're not an elite blocker, but we need you to work on that. TD, why you hating on Gesicki? What are you talking about? I'm not hating on the guy. I'm talking about how he can be better. How he can be better. Because we need him to be. Do y'all see how y'all loyalty to Tua Tagovailoa trumps any of his flaws? I don't want Tua to be Lamar Jackson. I don't want, because he's the league MVP, us to ignore the fact that he's not the biggest throwing threat. And in the playoffs, it shows. I don't want him in the playoffs to show. I want him to work on his flaws every single game, regardless of being the MVP. Think about it, y'all. Are we going to sit here and say Lamar Jackson has no flaws? Does Lamar Jackson have no flaws? Yeah, Lamar Jackson got flaws. But he the MVP, TD. Don't be hating on Lamar. That's what y'all doing in essence. Even though you got flaws, Lamar, you're the MVP. You're great. We're not even going to worry about them flaws. No, you should want him to be better. You should want him to be better in every aspect of his game. You're supposed to nitpick a player's game, even if they're great. Nitpick them. Nitpick them. You want the best out of them. The best. Even your favorite Tannehill has flaws. Always pointing them out. Y'all ain't know me 7 years ago. Tannehill does struggle with the deep ball. And he worked on it and got better and better and better. By year 5, nobody was concerned about Tannehill's deep ball anymore. I used to be the main one pointing it out, but I also used to say it is getting better, though, but he still needs to improve it. The things I used to argue about with Tannehill is, oh, he needs to improve his pocket presence. Well, can we get the man a pocket first so that we can actually fairly evaluate how good or how bad it really is? Troy Lewis said, TD, every player has issues that they need to work on. Exactly. But I'm a hater when I call them out. I'm a hater because I mentioned them. Tua has this area that I'm concerned about. I think that he needs to improve in that area, and he could be one of the greatest of all time. Oh, you hating. Like, gosh, you never wanted him anyway. Yes, I didn't want him at 5. I said I'll take him at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 9 on up. I would take Tua. And I'm wrong for having an opinion about the matter? Do we? And I'm the Tua hater because of it? Now, I do understand that I did a lot of joking and, oh, Tua's this and that was all. And I told y'all I was trolling y'all because some of y'all got in y'all feelings real hard. Be like, oh, look at him in LSU. LSU stomping them. Oh, some of y'all got real mad with TD because it was coming to fruition. And I think that's what it is. I think I trolled y'all a little too much. I was teasing y'all a little too much. Y'all wanted to be right about it, and y'all wanted him to be Burrow, and I was talking trash about how he lost. And it kind of affected and upset some of y'all because he did lose. And he didn't play the best game in that because me and EM would go back and forth. I said, well, you know what? We ain't got to argue no more. When him and Joe Burrow go head to head, we'll see how it turned out. And it was, yeah, exactly. We going to see. And we saw how it turned out. And a lot of people, I think that's what it is. They ain't happy about those days when I was trolling. But I told y'all I was trolling y'all. I told y'all this kid could be the greatest thing of all time. I told y'all that Tua could end up being the greatest of all time. But when it's time to have a serious conversation, no trolling at all, what was wrong with me saying, these are my concerns about Tua Tagovailoa? And truth be told, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know how true it is, but I'm hearing that they wanted our boy, the left tackle, Thomas, at 5 anyway. And he was gone. So when Flores and Greer says, in the draft, trust me, we had some throw the table moments. We missed the specific guys we wanted, but we're happy with what we got anyway. But y'all will never know about it. That was their words. And I don't know how true it is, but somebody told me they wanted Thomas at 5 anyway. And they were going to try to move up at 18 to secure their quarterback. And again, you ain't got to put no merit behind it because I don't know how true it is. So I don't know, man. And so they had to end up going with Austin Jackson at 18. Daniel said, TDPHINSTALK, are you confident Tua will be able to make Mahomes-like leap in 2020? Also, can the Dolphins work out their issues? Tua making the Mahomes-like leap, to me, is going to depend on the rest of the team. In order for him to because he's capable, like people say, nah, don't compare him to Mahomes. He ain't throw a single pass. Mahomes, that dude. I personally think Tua's capable. I think that Tua is capable of being Mahomes, a Mahomes type player. I personally, truly, this is my true thought. I don't think Tua is athletic as everybody else views him. Like Mahomes can get out and I've never saw that in Tua. I've seen Tua say, let me get out of here, but not look to say, you know what, let me make something happen with my legs. It's more like, the pressure coming, let me go. See, there's a difference from, all right, I'm back to pass. Oh, pressure coming, let me go. Versus, I'm back to pass. Ooh, it's some open field, let me get out and do me. There's a difference between those two. And I think Tua is more of the, I'm back to pass, pressure coming, let me get out of here. And Mahomes, Jackson, and those guys, they see it sometimes and say, let me go to work. I don't think Tua is that, but I think Tua has all the things in that good old arm, my left arm. He has all the things in that good old arm. And I think he could be Mahomes-esque right away if the rest of the team supports him in that endeavor. I truly believe Tua is going to be an NFL player that's going to go as far as his team allows him to go. He's going to be that. It's like Tua to me is like having Tannehill, but more talented. Tannehill needs the team around him, and he could be great when it comes to numbers. But Tua can be better with the same team Tannehill has around him. I truly do believe that. So, again, my final answer on that depends on the team around him. How good are they, and are they doing their job? We can't have him running for his life all the time. We can't have him throwing beautiful passes and they're getting dropped. So all that plays a factor. L. Burgess said, TD, if we drafted Burrow, would you spend so much time on his flaws? I totally understand that the QB position is what most fans want to talk about. Absolutely, L. Burgess. Okay, We drafted Joe Burrow. All right, y'all, we have Joe Burrow. We can be proud that this kid played flawless football in his senior year. But just like Devontae Parker, it was just 1 year. Let's go back and look before that, and let's talk about his flaws. Let's also talk about how he's improved them, but we also got to remember a lot of that improvement came because of the talent around him. So when things aren't a perfect situation like they weren't the years before that, he's always been in a good situation, but there were times where it wasn't as perfect as it was his senior year. Here were the things that he had flaws in before that. So if it ain't great in Miami, here's the things he has to work on to make sure he doesn't do. I would talk about it with any quarterback we selected. Any. I said it about Josh Rosen. I know some of y'all feel, but you're making an excuse for Josh Rosen. Yeah, I'm going to make an excuse because give the kid the line. But I've said it about Josh Rosen. His timing. He doesn't throw his QBs in stride all the time. Sometimes he's throwing it behind them, and they got to reach back instead of allowing them to have yards after the catch. He has a timing issue at times. I said it about him when he came in. But then when I made excuses, y'all call them excuses about, well, you got to get his kid time because he has his flaws as it is, but you can't make those flaws compound with other flaws that ain't his fault. I would evaluate any QB like this. Why? Because I want my team to be great. I want us to win. I want my quarterback to work on his flaws every single year. I want my quarterback to end up looking like Tom Brady in the playoffs in his prime. Tom Brady had millions of flaws when he came in. But you know what? Every day and every year he worked on them until the point where when he was in his prime in the playoffs, the man couldn't miss. He was making passes in tight coverage. He was doing it all. He was changing the play, commanding the offense. He was looking like, because I remember I always said, man, Peyton Manning way better than Tom Brady. Think about it. If you're a real football fan, go back to Tom Brady in his prime. Peyton Manning was better than Tom Brady. When Tom Brady first hit his prime, you could say that Peyton Manning was better than Tom Brady at that point. Tom Brady didn't pass Peyton Manning until probably 4 years after his prime to say, yeah, Tom Brady, at this point, we could say that he done passed him. At this point, we could say he passed him. But you will never have the QB like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning if you're not pointing out the flaws and they're not working on them. I mean, somebody brought up Peyton Manning earlier anyway, 20 interceptions. You got to be able to point that out and the reason why he threw them and hope that he is working in those areas and become Peyton Manning. That's all I'm doing with Tua. Pointing out things that I see that he has weaknesses. And we want to watch our franchise quarterback grow. I want to be proud when I wear his jersey. I want to see, he'll be the guy that, I want to love him more than we love Marino. Because I was young and I didn't appreciate football like I should have when Marino was playing. So Tua has that ability for us to love him more than Marino. So I'm going to be all in on criticizing my quarterback. Look at what he did in this game, y'all. He got to fix that. You can't do things like that. We all should have that energy because we want him to be the greatest. The video he put out shows he's putting in work. I'm sure plenty more work is being done off camera. I think he's going to surprise a lot of folks. Bomb away. I agree, FM, but almost every player is putting that same work in right now. Y'all, I'm going to be honest with y'all. We always talk about, look at the work he putting in the offseason. This is the NFL, bro. 90% of them guys are putting in that same work. It's the work that we're not being shown. It's when he worked 8 days. It's when see, the real work is when you done bust your behind for 8 hours in that day, drilling and throwing 1,000 passes and blah, 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 blah. And then you go home and you're icing up and you're watching film. Then you go spend time with the family and the kids and all that. And when it's bedtime, you fall asleep to watching film. Like Tom Brady say, he had 20-hour days. 20 hours. I mean, I'm sure you get more sleep than that. But he devotes football all day. Watching film from home, calling his coach. Hey, we ran this play in week 4 last year, and I noticed this, and maybe we need to throw a wrinkle in and start trying this. See, when our head coach, our offensive coordinator are getting those kind of calls, that's what it's going to be about. That real work, that obsessive work. That's what it has to be about, man. Watch Tua and Wilson become best friends. Man, I don't want my quarterback to have no friends. I'll be honest with you. I mean, that's the climate of today. They're gonna become friends. But I want my quarterback to be ruthless, stand above the rest, Jordan-esque. You ain't on my level. I allow you to be my friend, if anything. Hold up, TD. Not Ryan Fitzpatrick. He said he doesn't throw until training camp. Well, we know that. We know what we're getting in the journeyman. We know that already. Nobody's out here lobbying for him to be our franchise quarterback for the next 5 years. Yeah, TD, just meant he's keeping fit, not just sitting on the couch eating potato chips. Well, he better not be, especially being a rookie. But I got you, man. I got you for sure. Having Tua in the QBs will improve Fitz and Rosen, make them more hungry and improve all the skill set. Maybe. I mean, cause those things are yet to be seen. Those things have to happen first, man. They have to happen first, bro. We're putting too much on him. Having Tua is going to do this. Well, first he got to do for himself. He got to do for himself before we say what having him will do for others. Y'all hit that like button, guys. So for the record, man, I want y'all to know this, and I mean it deep down in my soul. I mean this. Take it to heart. Believe it or not, TD don't hate Tua Tagovailoa. I love the kid. I love the kid's game. His game is amazing to me. I've always said he was the second best quarterback coming out of this draft. I know some of y'all want me to say he was the best quarterback coming out of this draft, but he was the second best quarterback coming out of this draft to me at the time. And even if he didn't have the injury, he would have been the second best quarterback coming out in this draft at the time. It was easy for us to say if he didn't have the injury, he would have went number 1. I don't see how Cincinnati passes up on Burrow after that senior season. After that senior season, I don't see how they pass up on Burrow. You can't pass up on Burrow, even with a healthy Tua Tagovailoa. He beat Burrow and looked more pro-ready doing it. That's the point. He looked more pro-ready doing it. Dang, up early. Let's go got to get my coffee. Man, we've been up for an hour and a half now live. Just wake up with TD every morning, 7 a.m., Monday through Friday. Wake up with TD in the morning, baby. I'm vibing some music too, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoying it. Going in with the clean mindset. I want him to succeed. I agree. He still has time to prove he was the best in the draft. All about what he does in the pros now. I agree, FM. That's all that matters. What he does in the pros now. It was a slam dunk for the Bengals to draft Joe Burrow. No question about it. That's why Greer said, yeah, we wanted Burrow. We made our offer. Let's see what happened. And, things didn't work out. So we felt good about drafting Tua. Those were Greer's exact words. I know some people want to be able to say, no, they wanted Tua number one anyway. No, they made an offer to go up to number one to get Joe Burrow. But at the end of the day, Cincinnati didn't care about the offers. They wanted their guy. I'm going to be honest with y'all. The most important thing is I'm curious how much they offered. That's what I'm curious about. Because I'm hearing that it was a ridiculous amount and Cincinnati still said no. Because just as bad as Miami wanted him for that ridiculous amount, I'm being told Cincinnati would have wanted to give up that amount if they had to go get him. So you weren't going to win that battle anyway. You could have offered 3 first-round picks. You weren't going to get Burrow. Cincinnati would have offered 3 if they were in a situation to go get him. So you weren't going to get him. But Miami Dolphins went for him. They wanted him. But they felt good about taking Tua Tagovailoa at 5. I just hope that this doesn't ultimately turn out to be the consolation. I want it to turn out to be, man, we dodged the bullet. Look at how much greater Tua is over Joe Burrow. Tua has a great short passing game reminiscent of Chad Pennington. Now we just have to see that translate in the NFL. Because corners play some press in this NFL. And the receivers, you see, let me take it a step further, y'all. Alabama's receiving core was better than, and don't get mad at me, Alabama's receiving core, some could argue, was better than the Miami Dolphins receiving core. You know what? I want to know what y'all think about that. Somebody said, what's that beat? Oh, this is my homie, man, my brother, man. DJ McConaughey. Y'all go to Spotify. Y'all check him out, man. Y'all check him out on Spotify. Let me see. Let me cancel this. My bad. Yeah, y'all go check him out on Spotify. The album called Loud Thoughts. Instrumentals, baby. I love it, man. This thing, man. These tracks he put out go hard, man. And he working on some new stuff, man. I can't wait to share it with y'all. Let me see. I don't think they offer much at all, to be honest. Ain't what I'm hearing. I'm hearing they were offering a lot. They felt like they had the assets to go get whoever they want, but they still couldn't. No way a college team receiving core would be bodied by an NFL 5-year pro. Man, I ain't going to sit here and act like I'm crazy. I could argue with you that Alabama's receiving core was better than the Dolphins' receiving core. All 3 of them kids went in the first round, man. If I'm not mistaken. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong now. Come on, y'all. TD, we need some new tracks this season. You slacking on us. L Burgess, I'm gonna get back in the kitchen and cook something up, man. I'm gonna get back in the kitchen and cook something up. And I might do some flows on some of these tracks. It's really the tracks, man, because a lot of the way YouTube has it set up now, it's hard to use certain tracks now without them giving you a strike because the tracks belong to other people. But I'm going to get back in the kitchen and cook something up, man. Give y'all a few flows. Some of y'all, some people don't even know that I drop music on the channel sometimes, you know. I record some songs and stuff for the season. I record songs for the season, man. I had some nice ones last year. It wasn't my best work, but I had some nice ones, man. I said some pretty good stuff. I got another one actually that's done. I just have to record it on a better quality. I got to record it in the studio, man. Man, you got bars, TD. Now, I got one that's coming out, man. Y'all gonna like it, man. It's about our division. It's about our division, man. I might give y'all a few bars. All year, let me give y'all a few bars. I want to know what y'all think about this. Now, this is a cappella. It even sounds better with the beat that it go to. But let me see. What did I say in that one? Yeah. All year, we're the underdogs. Roof, like the mailman coming, y'all. They think we cute until we turn into a Chucky doll. Friends to the end? Nah, this ain't child's play at all. Flores, let them know the protocol. They violate, they in the gutter like a bowling ball. Now they extinct, looking just like in the Neanderthal. Everything was even, but they had to be the oddball. We gonna own our division. Bills, Pats, Jets better know that it's a given. And if they don't believe, I suggest they find religion. We'll cut their life short, and I heard that from a midget. We're about to start a new tradition, one that'll eliminate the competition. Now, our division's intuition has a weird suspicion. It's kind of like, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Josh Allen beating us? Superstition. Belichick keep cheating? Real addiction. Sam Darnold taking flight like a big pigeon. But hold up, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? We gonna lock the Bills down like they in a prison. Belichick gonna send his spies on another mission. Adam Gase gonna show them eyes looking like a pigeon. But hold up, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? That's the first verse on that, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. It go real hard with the beat, man. I think I got 2 or 3 verses on that one. It's straight. It's straight, man. It's straight, man. Hopefully y'all like it when y'all hear it, man. That one's already done. I recorded it, but I don't like the quality of it. Cause guys, I personally feel like I got some stuff. You know, I can put some stuff out, but I don't know all the technical stuff, the studio stuff, and all that stuff. So I be recording stuff, and it be like background noise and this and that. I'd be like, whatever. Whatever, man. Man, but the song is a lot faster, though. It's like, all year we the underdogs. Roof, like the mailman coming, y'all. They think we cute until we turn into a Chucky doll. Friends to the end? Nah, this ain't child's play at all. Flores, let them know the protocol. They violate, they in the gutter like a bowling ball. Now you extinct, looking just like a Neanderthal. Everything was even, but you had to be the oddball. We gonna own our division. Bills, Pats, Jets better know that it's a given. And if they don't believe, I suggest they find religion. We'll cut their life short. And I heard that from a midget. We're about to start a new tradition, one that'll eliminate the competition. Now, our division's intuition has a weird suspicion. It's kind of like, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Josh Allen beating us? Superstition. Belichick keep cheating? Real addiction. Sam Darnold taking flight like a big pigeon. But hold up, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? We gonna lock the Bills down like they in a prison. Belichick and send his spies on another mission. And Adam Gase will show them eyes looking like a pigeon. But hold up, have you ever seen a baby pigeon? So it flows a lot better and it's faster. So whatever, man. But anyway, man, who are the baby pigeons? No, I'm saying, real talk though. Have y'all ever seen a baby pigeon? Have y'all ever seen a baby pigeon? Like I've never, I had to actually look it up. I heard that one day. I was like somebody was like, think about it. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? I was like, gosh, you're right. And if you go on the internet, it's actually a phenomenon of have you ever seen a baby pigeon? So I remembered that when I was flowing and I was like, oh, I'm going to use that. I was like, I'm going to use that. So, and then it had me looking up baby pigeons and I found some, but I was like, but they right. Has anybody ever seen a baby pigeon in real life? I was like, man, people so funny with this stuff, man. It's crazy, man. Oh, Ravens. I love it, man. I love it. But it's a division song, man. Y'all got to go check it out, man. But we had some good hits last year, man. We had some good ones, man. Man, y'all making me think about the ones from last year because you got to listen to the words I'm saying. It all makes sense, man. It all makes sense. Even the whole Chucky doll reference. Some of y'all ain't old enough to even know what the Chucky is, man. Child's Play. Chucky, Child's Play, Friends to the End. I thought that was pretty clever when I did that one. I saw a wild baby bird, plenty of them. Yeah, but a baby pigeon. You're on to something with the pigeon bars. TD, what do you think is going to happen in Arlington? What do you mean? You got to fill me in on what you're talking about. All right. Lab with Solo D to Miami rapper who raps for the Phins side. I know, man. That's the crew, man. His homie be on TDPHINSTALK on Monday. DWA, man. Dolphins with attitude, man. Y'all got to check him out. But he always on the show on Monday nights. Unfortunately, we didn't have it last night. But DWA, man, that's family to TDPHINSTALK, man. Chad said that's Gruden. Oh, y'all, I don't even know. Do y'all remember the Gruden song I made? The Raiders song? Do any of y'all remember the Raiders song I made last year? I don't even know if I remember. Dang, I don't even know if I remember. Dang, the Raiders, man. Dang, what was that Raiders song? Gosh, the Raiders song I made last year. I'm trying to remember how the beat go because that'll help me remember my words. Because when I'm recording, I don't write stuff down. I just actually sit there and record and think. All right, let me try that again. And I just go, and then I I don't like that. Let me try this. So, the Raiders song, it was I remember talking about QB Camp 2012. Tannehill, because Tannehill was our quarterback when I made the Raiders song. Dang. Matter of fact, I'm tripping. I'm sitting here looking at my computer right here when I should have it. I should have it in my files right here, man. TD music. Let me see if I still have it. I don't know. I don't even know if I have it. I know what to do. I can just go to YouTube and go to my own channel and basically y'all gotta go find them though. I think I need to just make a playlist of the music that I do. That's probably what I do. TDPHINSTALK Raiders. Let me put Raiders in, see if something comes up. Raiders. No, maybe not. Man, I have songs. We put song. Man, I have so many. Okay, Miami Dolphins hype song, New Heights. That's New Heights. Y'all got to check that one out that I made. Y'all just gonna have to check the channel out. Yeah, bro, put your music up, TD. I'm gonna have to make a playlist of it or something, man. I'm gonna have to make a playlist. But a lot of people don't even know I was dropping music, man. I think I like it. Hold on. Yeah, New Heights was tight too, man. Those lyrics were pretty tight. Yeah, we them Dolphins. All of that losing we putting in a coffin. Nail it tight. Let's get this right, because I'm tired of that zombie trying to haunt my life. This ain't Tomb Raider and Laura Croft ain't my wife. So can you please win a Super Bowl in my life? I'm getting thirsty, need a quench, but I don't drink Sprite. Please help me, please help. I'm begging for dear life, Lord. New coach with the right message, trying to turn grown men from their adolescence. Takes no talent to become a team blessing. No mistakes will guarantee the other team's pressure. Flores and O'Shea got other teams guessing. They wondering how we do it, so we charge them for our lessons. They got to Oh, wait, hold on. For our lessons, we got them shook. Now the refs say we too aggressive, starting to look like 11 men out here wearing dresses. Our hunger to win is getting more and more progressive. Got Jason Sanders out here kicking with a foot fetish. I know it sounded excessive, but I'm just so obsessive. I'm at the tailgate with hot dogs and no relish, but I'm a still relish, and I'm about to embellish. Better yet, over embellish. I feel it in my pelvis. Hey, what did I say? I feel it in my pelvis, and now they call it selfish, sounding like the hate is jealous, cause we overzealous and we feeling so angelic. Bow down to the king, and I ain't talking about Elvis. Number 11 about to ball. They gonna think he Monte Ellis. Other teams often think we tough, but here's what we know. X gonna lock you down. In other words, he's your CO. See, I was giving X props in the song. I said X gonna lock you down. In other words, he's your CO. Correction officer, by the way. X gonna lock you down. In other words, he's your CO. 25 to life. And now you looking for a hero. 25 to life. He number 25. I said X gonna lock you down. So in other words, he's your CO. 25 to life. And now you looking for a hero. And if he let you out, then RJ2O gonna be your PO. Rashad Jones, number 20. I say, and if he lets you out, then RJ2O gonna be your PO, parole officer, by the way, y'all. Don't violate your house arrest. Stay home and watch HBO, because if you violate, then Flores authorizing ammo. Now, Minka got a warrant, so he coming to your front door. Man, all these people ain't even here. I said, Minka got a warrant, and now he coming to your front door. And don't try to resist, because he coming with that ammo. 29 shots. Got that thing on auto, because Minka was 29. Said 29 shots. Got that thing on auto. Family can't identify. Your jersey saying John Doe. They wish it said John Denny, but he ain't had no dolphin in him. Long snapping off the Henny. Oh, my God. Now I'm sinning. Oh, my God, please forgive me. This is what you call repenting. Oh, my God, now we winning. Oh, my God, now I'm grinning. Oh, my God, now I'm living faithful through the thick and thin. Yeah, that's when I start flowing. I said, oh, my God, please forgive me. Oh, my God, this is what you call repenting. Oh, my God, now we winning. Oh, my God, now I'm grinning. Oh, my God, now I'm living faithful through the thick and thin. And rep my team since the beginning. Don't come around when dolphins swimming. We going to think you watching fishing. We going to think you out here fishing. This is when you start the tripping. This is when we start to flipping. Guess what? We done caught you slipping. Blood is in the water dripping. Now you see them sharks nearing, starting to look like Thanksgiving. We about to see a killing. You about to come up missing. Dolphins do no magic, and they last act is you disappearing. Yes, sir. Good morning. You want to eat? Good morning. You say good morning? See, I was supposed to be off by 8:30, and he said, Dad, I want to eat. You say good morning? Good morning. You stretching? You stretching? Yeah, work it out. Work it out. Go, work it out. Work it out, Carter. Work it out. Put your arms up. Go. Exercise. Come this way. Yeah. You ready to eat? Yeah. I love you. I love you. He don't want to say I love you too, because when he do, I tickle him. But anyway, man, I'm out here, man. This is TDPHINSTALK. Thanks for waking up with TD in the morning. I'll get back in the lab and cook up some lyrics, man. I'll make some song. You know what? I'll work on a song for this season to start the season off the right way, man. Get us pumped for the end of the summer. Y'all give me a little bit, man. I'll work on it. Once I get some time, I'll start just recording. I got to find a good beat first, and then I'll just start recording. And then I'll hop on something, give y'all something, man. But thank y'all for tuning in this morning. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Love you. Good morning. Everybody up? Everybody sleep? Yeah. Mommy sleep? No. No, mommy's up? Okay, I'm coming, okay? All right, y'all. Love y'all, man. I'll see y'all soon. Thank y'all for waking up with TD in the morning. I'm out. Peace.